Hey guys, I'm back. So all you guys watching, you're not watching it live, thank you for your likes, shares, and subscriptions. For all you guys watching this live, and even if you're not watching it live, um, this is the karmic love reading, okay? So these readings, they've been calling me for a little bit, okay? They have been calling me, and I have a funny feeling about them. Oof. These karmics, it's taking a twist. They've had some twists of fates. I don't even know how long I'm going to be on this live. If I'm being honest, because I just want to sleep. Today's one of those days where I need to just rest. Hold on, I just want to make sure I have internet connection. Okay, we have it. Hi, Erin. How are you, my friend? Hi, girl. The karmic love readings, they might be kind of sad this time around. I'm just going to say that because I have a funny feeling about it. And sometimes I like to analyze my funny feelings and then deduce them and stuff. Okay. So, what is this all around when it comes to the divine folks? You guys have had trouble making up your mind and moving forward and making decisions about certain things, about what to put in effort into, what to give to, and what to not give to. Okay? You guys have been deciding to make decisions for yourself. You've been deciding to give to the things that give to you and get very grounded about things. And you're also deciding to shut out certain things that, and people or situations or whatever, that are just distractions or trying to manipulate you or that are separating you from divinity or whatever. So when it comes to these karmics, these karmics here, you might have decided to cut these karmics out. These karmics here, you might just need to understand what's going on with you. Some of you guys, your love connection is getting grounded. You're starting to receive, for things that you put in for a long time ago. You're starting to see them. And you guys are also starting to open up dialogue in your love life, be more open. These karmics, they're not, no. Yes, they're getting devastating news. Karmics always get devastating news. They always do. And that's something I've noticed through being around them for years, is that the one group of Americans that will always get devastating news is the karmic batch. The karmic batch. Now, they have had something come into their love life. Someone come into their love life, and this person tore them to shreds. This person, some of these karmics were raped. Some of these karmics were just violated. Some of these karmics raped. Some of these karmics violated. Because there's also karmic dudes here. These people here, they have been used the way that they use others. Okay? These karmics here, they're overly fixated on love because some of them, they're just getting to a certain age, is what I'm hearing, where they're realizing, because they're kind of starting to have a little bit like a crisis. These people are having an identity crisis. A lot of you guys are deciding to not deal with these individuals anymore. So they're needing to find someone new to vamp off of. And when this karmic dude looks in the mirror, he realizes that he's not the most attractive guy anymore. He realizes that he can't manipulate the girls his age anymore because he's not 21. He's not 17, 18, 19. He's like 35. He's 40. I mean, what kind of 40-year-old woman is going to want to deal with him? He's knowing now that he's playing himself. and that he looks stupid. Now, these karmics, they're not backing down without a fight, though. Most of these karmics, it depends on who they are. They're gonna aggress and they're gonna get revenge. There's a batch of the karmics are extremely vindictive right now when it comes to love, vengeful, ferocious. There's a lot of abuse and rape going on here that these karmics are either plotting on other people or they're going through, okay? They're having these experiences because they're around these monstrous, demonic karmic dudes that are volatile and violent, okay? There is a very crazy, I'm hearing forensic atmosphere. Some of you guys, forensics has been called. There is an abuser. A lot of these karmics are with abusive men, okay? A lot of these karmics are abusive women, okay? A lot of these karmics are with abusive women. A lot of these karmics are I don't know the other way around. But they have had something happen to them that was difficult. They have had somebody come in and force their will into their life, okay? And that's what they're dealing with right now. They're dealing with someone who is forcing their will in their life and thwarting them and dwindling them. These karmics are dealing with somebody who is extremely ungrounded. This person is very unhealthy and lazy. They're tired. They don't make enough money. They're not even funny. This person is very materialistic. This person is extremely unhealing. This person, when these karmics get around this person, they feel sicker when they get around this person. That's who they're with. That's what they're dealing with in love right now. These karmics are dealing with a man who violates them and is cheap. They don't give them any money or they take money from them. They can't provide a stable home and security and protection for their family. They can't even be trustworthy. These karmics are disgusting. These karmics here, yes, they're having these experiences take place in their life, but they are these experiences. And that's what they're failing to recognize. These karmics, oh my God, I can't do it justice. I'm not able to do this justice to situation right now. Some of these karmics are having issues with feeling down there. So some of these karmics, they're going, whatever they had happen to them, now they don't have feeling in their, in their nether regions right now. Okay, and that's a strong message I just got from someone. These karmics here, they fucked you. They warped you up about what it is, what even give and take is. These karmics were the people who were trying to tell you that because you don't do things a certain way, you're not smart, or because your person doesn't buy you a Mercedes Benz, they're not a good enough person. This person that they're with is abusive to them. They're volatile, cryptic, lethargic. No, but this person is very abusive. These karmics are with an extraordinarily abusive individual. This person is extraordinarily abusive. Okay, I don't know how long I can stay for this. I don't know how long I can stay. All right? But this person is extraordinarily abusive. They don't tell no truths, and all they do is thwart this person. The only actions that they take in this person's life is to thwart them. That smells amazing. Hold them down, thwart them down, stop their abundance, stop them from having the things that they want come true in their life, block them from healing. This person that they're with is an extremely abusive person. I'm hearing captor. Someone is dealing with a captor. Someone, they might be dating somebody who is their captor, or they think of this person that way. Some of you guys, this person is literally in captivity. This person is literally in captivity. What is going? There is something. Something has happened. Something has happened. I'm seeing police being called to someone's home because the abuse has gotten too much. There's a fight in the home. There's straight up domestic violence in the home. Straight up. You guys, there's frightening things. No, this is a very frightening reading. Okay? Their love lives are extremely frightening. I'm not even gonna rename this right now because I don't know what else is gonna come out. These karmics, they're with, it's unimaginable the kind of person that they found themselves with. It is unimaginable. I mean, you can't imagine it. You can't imagine. There's devastation. I can't even think about this. I don't even know how this is possible. Some of these karmics that are perpetuating a fantasy life. If you knew the devastation that they were living in, if you knew the squalor and the squander, some of these karmics, I'm hearing these rapper karmics, they're baby moms. If you saw the homes that they live in, oof, if you were ever thinking about being a baby mom, you would stop in your tracks, stop them tires. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of abuse. I mean, there's a lot of physical abuse. There's a lot of physical abuse. Like, I feel like if certain ladies speak up and say, I'm hearing ball players, they say anything that this person does not like, and there's a few people that some of y'all know and love are this way. They say anything that ball player does not like, he be smacking them up and down and side to side all around. He be fucking her up, bro. Some of you guys, this person or these karmics, they're dealing with a complete and total ladies' man. This person is a ginormous slut. This person sleeps with everybody. Some of you guys, these karmics, they're sleeping with everyone. Literally everyone hears yes. These karmics do not know their worth. They don't know. They don't know that they could say no. These karmics are going through devastation right now. I feel like if you went to hang out with them at what they do together and they snicker about in the corner over there, you would not want to go, but you would love hearing about it because it would just make you feel really safe and happy, because they go into the most devastatingly dangerous situations with the most dangerous dudes. And then when they get violated, it's like some of them, they're fine with it, but a lot of them are dealing with rapes. A lot of them are like some karmic was violated. She went to go meet some ball player. Okay? And then what happened to her? I don't know. Okay? A lot. A lot happened. And she's overwhelmed. She's overburdened. Someone was blocking you from moving forward in your love connection. Okay? And I don't know how. I don't know why. I don't know how they were, because for a lot of you guys, you know, your love connection is fine. There's nobody intercepting. But it's like you guys needed to heal, to take action in a certain way, and to be firm on doing something that's very important to you, okay? You guys also need to heal and be grateful that you left the situation when you did. Because some of you guys, a situation that you were involved in that was involving other karmic females or even karmic men, it came crumbling down. They're dealing with they're dealing with devastation. They can't understand it. This comes from their unhappy family life. A lot of them, their mommies and daddies were unhappy. A lot of them they were not in that relationship because they loved each other. They were in it because they were wounded. And then they were just gaslighting everybody when they put out that weird vibe. And it's like you would meet people and you didn't get that vibe when you met that person. And then, but everybody, this was so coveted and this is goals. So how come you don't get that vibe, but you love your person? And it's because this situation that's goals is mad abusive. There's mad cheating going on. Mad fucking cheating. If there's cheating, it is out of this world. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And these are people who are aware of this. They're not surprised. They know this. They just don't really care. They don't really have the same comfort zone as you. Some of them, you know, they don't really care about their comfort zone. Some of them have a lot of depression, so their depression causes them to put up with things that's really violating their comfort zone. Some of these karmics here, they violate others' karmic comfort zone, so that now they're dealing with their comfort zone being violated. Okay? Oof. Some of you guys, this is how these people live. If they didn't do what they're doing, you know, deal with this man is what I'm hearing. Oh my God. They didn't deal with this psychotic man. They wouldn't have anything. Okay? That's how these karmics are. Oh my God. These karmics are terrified. Some of you guys, these karmics are dealing with a karmic here is dealing with a very fucking abusive man. This man is horrifyingly abusive. Her face is black, bro. Her face and her eye and her lips are black, and he fucking fucked her up. But she loves him. That's what I'm hearing. Someone here who is with a person who is extremely abusive and she went back to him. She loves him. She loves him. I'm frightened. But for a lot of you guys, whoever these karmics are in this situation, I am feeling like a karmic here. I live by the highway, you guys. There's a karmic here who I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start. There's a karmic here that could be their spouse is killing them. There's a karmic here with a spouse who is very unhealthy, irregular, and this person here is extremely abusive and invalidating. They're extremely invalidating. And y'all can hear about a karmic that died at the hands of the person who they're with. And this person, let me just say, they're extremely abusive. This is an extremely abusive man. These karmics are dealing with, I just don't even understand, because it's like they don't understand, but at the same time they do. They understand. They went in. There's a karmic I'm seeing in a hotel room with a guy who's punching her in her face. Like, this is insane. She's just screaming and crying. She's just begging him to let her go. This guy is insane, bro. Oh my God. A lot of you guys, you might have done things a certain way, or you might have always been a very firm person in your life, and you're going to be very happy that you've been firm with yourself and in your boundaries, because something is happening this week with the karmic. Some event, you're going to hear about it, or you could be a part of it, experiencing it, not in the middle of it, but just experiencing it. And if you decided to sever ties from this person, or do things very differently for yourself or in your own way, whatever, even if you decided to drop a trade, some of you guys, you might have 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying? I get that a lot. You know, that's become much more popular these days, at least from what I'm feeling and what I'm picking up. I used to pick up a lot on pedophilia when I was younger. A lot on that. Oh, now it's a lot of sex work. But I feel like for a lot of you guys here, you know, if you decided to drop that lifestyle and stuff, you're safe. You know, you're fine. Possibly people who are continuing to go down that route and they're not safeguarding themselves, they're getting caught up. It's a different world. Okay? Some of these, girls, is what I'm hearing, they're used to meeting guys that they don't know in hotel rooms, and they would be fine most of the time. But in the time of a pandemic, in the wake of a pandemic, where law enforcement is gone, people are going through so much, people lost their jobs and stuff, you're meeting psychotic people. And these dudes are going to fuck you up. You're meeting guys online. It's like there's more creeps on there now. And these karmic females, nah, it's different. It's different for them. These karmics, they're very jealous of your love life and just of other people's love life in general, but they're jealous of your love life. They're not healing. These karmics here, they're not healing from envy. This karmic here, the more that devastating her story is, or his story is, the more they're not healing from envy, from having envy, from being in connections where others project their envy onto you. They're not healing from that. Okay? A lot of you guys, they had a lot of envy for your connection, and they didn't wish you well. Okay? So this is so that you can get back the upper ground. And I feel like you guys also getting back the upper ground helped you see how much these people were thwarting you. So you guys have been working on your own lives and working on things in your love connection and seeing the fruits of your labor come to pass. And a lot of you guys, you're with someone who the passion with you in your person or your love connection, the passion in your love life, right, is sizzling up. Okay? You're with someone that sees your purest value. Okay? They don't see you for what you can do. They just see you for who you are. And they love that. And they cherish that. They cherish who you are, period. And just what you can bring with you. That's what I'm hearing. This person is so in love with you. And they have so much passion for you. And they had so much envy. They were projecting so much envy. Some of them might have been wishing for bad things to happen to your life, to your family, you know? And then what happened to them? They're with a man. Some of them did spell work on your life and on your love connection, right? That didn't work. And then they went to go meet a John, and this person fucked them up. They met some guy who fucked them up all the way. They didn't even have a warning sign. They're not healed from it yet. Okay? Some of you guys, some of these chicas, they might have come onto your person, right? They might have come onto him. Wanted to show him what she had. You know, he probably rejected her. That's definitely what I'm getting for a lot of you guys. There was a rejection, but also then she dealt with an abandonment wound. Okay? This person dealt with something that was way out of her comfort zone. Okay? Because she was rejected, but for some of you guys, she got to a lesson about when people violate other people's boundaries and what it feels like. Okay? She knows what that feels like now. She definitely knows exactly what that feels like. A lot of these karmics, it's so stupid how envious they were and how envious they are. Because these karmics here, they just don't love themselves. That's all. They just don't love themselves. If they loved themselves, they wouldn't be half as envious. They wouldn't be a quarter as envious as they are. They love themselves a little bit, tiny bit. Because that's all that it is. It's just a lack of self-love. That's why they're trying to direct blockages in your life. You know? Because they're not focusing on their life. And they're seeing what happens when you focus on your life. You move forward. And since they're not moving forward, because they're not focused on their life, they want to project envy. That's why they're going through that. That's why they're dealing with somebody who's literally knocking them out. Some of these karmics are in connections with people who are, very abusive to them. Right? This is like coming up a lot. Okay. So we're going to move on to their finances. Because we know the karmics love money. I always say that. They do. This is like a shorter karmic love reading, you guys. I'll probably do another one later on. I just like when it comes to these karmic readings right now, I'm moving out of that karmic energy. So I'm like not even in their vibration. I'm not gonna get worked up about those things. Just let your body break down anyways. So show me the Divine Collective's finances. Okay. So you guys are having your worries in your finances. You're facing them. You're facing your fears. And you guys are moving away from what doesn't serve you financially, okay? You're moving away from habits that don't serve you financially. All right? Now, what's going on with these karmics, though? They're losing family heirlooms. Some of these karmics are having to sell homes. Some of these karmics, on that island, they're having to sell homes that have been in their family for generations because they can't afford it. These karmics are having to part ways with family businesses that, they're failing and they're not thriving anymore, so they just can't keep running it. These karmics are having to part ways with a lifelong career goal it's not working out. Okay? Something that they worked for to the end, it didn't pan out for them. I'm hearing it wasn't meant for them, but it didn't pan out for them. Okay? Some of these karmics, like their 401ks, when I'm hearing their pension is up for question, I'm hearing it's up for grabs. Oof. Some karmics here, they're not even able to really enjoy their money. If they have like retirement and stuff like that, these karmics either didn't plan for retirement or they did, and they're not even finding the point in doing it because they're not going to live for very long after retirement, and they know that they're not. So these karmics here, they're just kind of not really sure what to do with their future, and they're looking at an uncertain future. They're looking at a very questionable future, okay? They're looking at very questionable finances and savings, okay? They're also looking at giving up something that they've had for a long time, giving up something that their family has had. Some of them are losing like the main breadwinner or have lost somebody who was a breadwinner in their life, and they're not able to function anymore. Now, I feel like with these karmics, you know, when it comes to you and your finances, you know, these karmics, they might have made you worry about whatever it is that you're working on financially. And these karmics are even the reason why you've had to cut away from certain things. They made your journey to getting to where you want to get to very difficult, okay? Because that's what karmics do, okay? They might have held on to you too tightly or held on to certain things too tightly and, you know, refused to grow, you know, decided to live in fear and play on your wounds and stuff like that. A lot of you guys, you know, these karmics here, they might have had ulterior motives for you that were like, they might have had motives and intentions for your future that you didn't even have for yourself. It doesn't have to be that bad, but you just didn't have it for yourself. It's not your true path. They were putting you on a path and giving you things. And some of you guys were working for these karmics or are working for karmics that are, you know, taking you away from what you really want, and they're trying to assign you a fate that you don't really want, okay? That's what they're doing. They're trying to assign you a fate that you don't really want, especially when it comes to your finances. And you guys are dealing with those thoughts, and you're dealing with the sleepless nights that comes with change and comes with, you know, getting to know yourself better and understanding what's going on in your life. This is a spiritual time for change and growth and enlightenment in your life. And it might not be easy, but you guys are going towards your wish come true. Looking into your worries is helping you to know who you have been holding on to, who has been blocking your wish come true, and what you have been holding on to that has been blocking your wish come true. You guys have had a lot of issues and battles when it comes to your finances, no doubt. You know, but you're learning those lessons, and there's a change coming in. There's a positive message coming in about a lesson learned, a commitment, somebody wanting to make an agreement, some sort of partnership, okay, alliance, even an institution. Some of you guys could have an institution that wants a new beginning with you, a passionate new beginning with you, okay? So this time is going to be short-lived. 9 days is what I'm getting. So for these karmics, though, they're dealing with financial loss. They can't understand it. Once again, these karmics are dealing with lies. They have somebody around them that stole money from their account. They're dealing with an accountant that robbed them. They're dealing with somebody who holds their finances, who they cannot trust. They're dealing with somebody who works with them in their business, who, you know, who is not trustworthy, who is out for themselves, who has ulterior motives and wants a different thing for these karmics. Because these karmics, they were using this person to get ahead and not appreciating that. Okay, they were using these karmics to get these other karmics to get ahead, not appreciating them, but also not understanding that these karmics They're just using them like how they were using those karmics. So right now, they don't know what they're going to do for their future. They have a new beginning. They have something in their life that they're working on. Okay? They do. But they're having trouble seeing possibilities and a future in it. Okay? And they're also having trouble working towards it, seeing more than the new beginning that's being given to them. For a lot of these karmics, there's a truth that they have received that they are refusing to believe as a truth, or there's a truth. No, it feels like there's these karmics, they already know the truth of whatever the situation is for their finances, but they're refusing to believe it, or they just forgot that they got the truth, or it keeps on showing up in whatever way, but they don't see it. They might be having vision issues, is what I'm hearing. But these karmics here, they see the physical opportunities that surround them, but they don't necessarily see. They're not optimistic about it. Okay, there's a lot of crapping all over whatever this is. There's a lot of limiting the possibilities of whatever this could be, and there's also a lot of stopping and starting and thwarting and lack of optimism and initiation. Stagnancy. Lack of optimism. There's just a lack of. There could even be something here that's trying to stop it as well. Someone who is the source of this in their life. Could be a water sign, could not be. It could be undealt with emotions that are heavy. Could be depression, could not be. Could be bipolar disorder, some sort of mental disorder. Could not be. It could be an unseen hand, somebody around them that is jealous. Could not be. But there feels like there's somebody here that is kind of taking away from these person's abundance. Like I'm saying, their finances is a mess. Their accounts, their long-term finances, their retirement fund is a complete mess. Okay? Complete. They're very much tied in something that is keeping them tied up, and it's also like living in a nightmare, living in hell. And it feels like it's some sort of financial thing, like obligation. Some of these karmics are well-to-do. Some of these karmics are higher standing in society. So they might have a lot of money, but they do a lot of shifty things to get their money. So then that's why they're having people get murdered in their family like that. Or crazy things are happening in their family. They might be doing crazy things to get this money, right? They might be. That's what I'm getting for someone here. But then there's also this energy of them being around someone in particular in their family who is very manipulative, gaslighter, a complete and total liar. I mean, this person would lie until the day that they died. They would lie on their dying bed. That's how much of a liar that this person is. And this person is thwarting their long-term abundance and prosperity. They could be stealing from them. They could be draining them. They could be trying to divorce them and take all their money. They could be manipulating their emotions so that they don't marry them, so that they could just use them and not give them what they deserve financially. A lot of these karmics, they're married to some person. It's a man who is very financially abusive. Okay, they might hold it over their head or really give them only a very little bit whenever they're with them. Like this person, they're not living the dream financially. They're not living the dream. Okay, and right now they feel like I'm hearing they feel like the losers. They're the ones that feel like the losers. Ooh, these karmics. These karmics are having to stay in their lane when it comes to their finances. So they're definitely working more honest jobs and they're laying low. It's by force because I feel like whoever they were working with that had connections to these illegal things, that person has been jailed or they've been killed. I'm hearing murdered. Oof. So they don't have that connection anymore. So now they're having to find a new way. Their long-term plan, some of you guys, these karmics here, they might have been planning on being with somebody in particular who is extremely abusive and toxic, but marrying them so that they could have money, right? So that they could be okay financially. But something has happened. The plans have fallen through. Woo! The plans have fallen through. This person might be deciding to marry who they're meant to marry and go be with somebody else. Okay? Woo! This person is deciding to go be with somebody else, to go be with their divine feminine. Some of you guys know who this person is. Some of you guys, this is not your situation, but it's somebody here who they've already received this recognition and they're beaming with happiness. They're dealing with somebody here who is financially responsible and connected to divinity. This is somebody who's very connected to divinity, and they do what needs to be done. But this is also someone who they tried to make this person move on from a situation that they didn't want to move on from prematurely. They tried to split this person up from who they were destined to be with, from who they were wanting to be with their whole life, this whole time, okay? And this person is going towards this person, and they're also deciding to not have that future, you know? They're breaking it off essentially with these karmics, and they're also taking their money with them. And now these karmics are losing a major part of their fortune, because for some of you guys, these karmics were like living off of this person. They were completely living off of whoever this person is. So they're so devastated. They're fortified. I'm hearing nastified. They're depressed. These karmics are going through a complete and utter transformation. Some of you guys can hear about a karmic dying. Okay? Some of you guys can hear about a karmic, she might lose something about herself. She might have lost something about herself. Okay? Woo! Something might have happened to her where she lost a limb. And this karmic here, she might have been thwarting your intuition. She might have been gaslighting you. She now has to make changes in her financial sector. This was the type of karmic who they might have been making you feel like you couldn't do what you wanted to do for a living. Okay? Because there's something here around doing something for a living, but also it also has to do with marriage and being with someone. This karmic here, they're not getting what they put in for. Okay? This karmic is being completely taken advantage of. You're going to get a message of an ending that has happened, something that has happened. Okay? Somebody going deeper within themselves. This karmic has healed. It's because they've gone deeper inside of themselves and have shed old facets of themselves that was blocking them from trusting themselves. Now, this karmic, this is a liar. You're going to hear about this person passing away on one of their pursuits. And this karmic here, they were refusing to surrender to the fact that they were violating things and bad things were fixing to happen to them as payback for hurting others. Okay? This person, they were a perpetual serial heartbreaker. Okay? They were never in their heart. They never followed their heart. In fact, they despised people who followed their hearts. They despised that. They wanted everybody to live in unhappiness and to live in devastation. Okay? So some karmic is losing something, a family heirloom. They're losing a lot of money. They could be losing their retirement, having to spend it on stuff that, has to do with their health. And these are the people who've been making you worry about your finances and about your life because, they might not really support what you do, or they might say bad things about what you want to do, or they just might always have an opinion. Or these people have lives that are seemingly so much better than yours that make you feel like you're not enough because they definitely make you feel like you're not enough. Okay? They're choosing their happiness. Now these karmics here, oh my God. Whatever they're doing financially, it's so inhumane. Whatever they do for money is so inhumane. Okay? These karmics at this time, they're doing some of the most inhumane, perpetuous things for money. Okay? These people are not even listening to themselves. If their inner child is screaming at them. Their inner child, I'm hearing prostitutes. Some of these ladies are prostitutes, and they're doing God knows what. Some of them are putting themselves in such grave danger to be killed because of money. They're completely not listening to their intuition as well. They're completely not valuing themselves and not being valued. Not at all. They understand it though. They know that though. But it devastates them that they do this to themselves. Okay? It devastates them. They're devastated about the fact that they do this to themselves. Okay? But they also don't know how to look at themselves, so they just project it onto everybody else around them. Because these people don't want to look at themselves, and they don't want to deal with the fact that they don't want to deal with envy. They don't like the feeling of it. They don't like the feeling of feeling it in themselves. They don't like the idea of other people having shame or finding out about what they do in secrecy. These karmics, they move a lot in secret, and something has been lost. Something has been lost because they move in secret. Nothing that matters to you is for them, okay? And it's because whatever it is that has been lost, that's a braveness to them, it was going to block, or they were going to use it to thwart your comfort zone. They were going to use it to thwart what little you had, to try to cause desperation and sadness and devastation in your life, and you to have emotional loss. There's a reason why a lot of people don't have any money. Because what would they be doing with that money? They would just be thwarting other people with it, yeah. So these karmics here, I'm hearing rapes. If they're prostitutes, these karmics are being violated at work more than normal. Okay, they're running into men or johns who are extremely abusive, and they're also running into women. Some of them are dealing with women who are abusive, who hate them, who want to hurt them. Some of these karmics, they might work in the creative fields. They're dealing with a critic, a harsh critic, somebody who is extremely jealous. They're dealing with somebody who might be very popular, but very much of an egomaniac, a drastic boss, somebody who thwarts creativity, a wilting flower. Some of them are this way. Some of them are dealing with somebody who is this way. But for a lot of them, they're dealing with an egomaniac, a complete narcissist who needs attention at all times. They're working for a narcissist like that, and their boss berates them. They don't feel spark for life. They don't feel spark for what they do. They also have something happening in their life that is very sad, okay? They have something happening for them financially that's very sad. These karmics, I can't believe that these girls are experiencing this. There are also men who are experiencing things. This feels very sexual. It feels very sexual. They're being completely demeaned and dehumanized for money. I mean, they don't see their worth. These karmics just, if they were with a loving, sweet, kind person, it doesn't matter, right? If they were with a loving, sweet, kind person, they wouldn't see the value and the worth in that. They would still take the person who is literally peeing on them but giving them money. They would literally take that person over someone who treats them up, even though this person who is literally terrible to them is so abusive. They just don't think that they deserve better. And they might try to suck people into this, and they might have tried to suck you into this by trying to bring you into things, by trying to plot things on you and stuff, because you're above that, but it blew up in their face, A, but B, it just showed where they were at, and that's why their love connections, these karmics might have tried to plot on getting you raped. That's been coming up a lot. A lot of karmics think that they can plot that. A lot of people have had their minds warped by certain things that makes them think that they can sit there and plot a rape and get away with it, right? And they think that other people got away with it too. They don't know that nobody got it. If everybody left there with AIDS, nobody got away with plotting the rape, okay? A lot of these karmics here, they they are dealing with losing a lot of money because some of them are being sued. These karmics, some of these karmics, they violated you, okay? And they violated you enough that you could sue. And so now you're suing them, okay? So now you're suing them. Someone is suing these karmics for what they have. That's another reason why they're losing their money. They're being sued. Some of them, they don't really do, some of them have worked really illicit jobs. Some of these karmics, they don't make their money through legal means at all. Okay? And the gossip is coming out. A lot of people are starting to question them, wonder what they do, okay, for a living. A lot of these karmics are having to decide on big things. They're dealing with a lot of chatter and noise, but I feel like people are talking a lot about them. They're dealing with a lot of chatter and noise about their finances and about finances. It might not really be going anywhere, okay? They could be opening up and talking about this, talking about what they were doing, you know? They could be talking about certain things, their plans. I feel like everything they worked for, that's what I'm hearing. Everything I worked for, that's what I'm hearing. Oof. Oof. It's coming out. What these karmics were doing on the other side, what their jobs were, what their night jobs and day jobs were, is coming out. And for a lot of you guys, it's very shocking. For a lot of you guys, it's gonna make you stop beating up on yourself. A lot of you guys are gonna get grounded about your finances and about your health and vitality as well. Because a lot of you guys, when you find out about these karmics' other jobs, or what these karmics do for money at night or at the daytime and stuff, but I feel like at night, the freaks definitely come out, and that's probably why you feel crazy energy. So what I'm hearing? It's because there's a lot of freaks out. But there's some freaky stuff that goes on, and it's coming out. And they're going to be talking about it. They're having to answer to it, okay? Because word has gotten out. They're being questioned about this by the appropriate authorities, okay? Some of them are being jailed. Some of them are being arraigned. I'm hearing arraignment. Some of them are having an arraignment. Some of them are having an arraignment. And I also feel like there's things that are happening beyond this person's control. I also feel like there's some sort of hidden enemy. There's definitely a hidden enemy here. This person, these karmics, they thought that they were the hidden enemy. For some of them, they were. For some of them, it's coming out and it's being exposed that on the other hand, behind the back, they were the hidden enemy. Okay? And they're having to sit in that and deal with that. But for a lot of you guys, these karmics here, they have had somebody who was working to expose them. Okay? Because they were trying to expose them and stop them from having their long-term like their blessings and like their abundance and everything they worked for. They were trying to stop them from having, this person was trying to interrupt their happiness and their solid home life and stuff like that. Someone was trying to thwart them. They didn't like everything that they had. So it wasn't like somebody was trying to really, be a vigilante. It's like some karmic just trying to tear down somebody because they're jealous. Like these karmics are dealing with jealousy. Even the person that's kicking that person's ass is very jealous of them. Now, for a lot of you guys, these karmics, and you guys felt like trapped and small, and you might have known that the situation was bad, but you're gonna realize just how bad it was, and how easy it was, or you're gonna come out of being controlled and trapped by it, okay? And just ground down and live your own life and think for yourself. Some of you guys, these karmics, they made it so you couldn't think for yourself because they just sat there with all their money and all their clout and all their protection and power and stuff, and they gaslit you and stuff, and so you might have felt like you were not really doing enough in your life, and now you guys are going to realize that you guys are doing more than enough. You guys are doing amazing, okay? And that actually you need to confront an abandonment wound inside of yourself, okay? And you guys also, you might have had some unhappy memories from your childhood that came from dealing with these karmics, that watching these karmics and do something that they worked very hard for will be helpful to heal you, okay? Because they didn't work that hard for it. That's why they're losing it. They didn't work that hard for it. They didn't work that hard. Easy come, easy go. Some of you guys, you're going to understand that this week. Some karmic that made it seem like you were an idiot or you were a fool because you weren't able to get it going the way they could, right? They might have rubbed this in your face. They might not have. But they made you feel like you were not adequate enough because they were able to do something faster than you or more than you or whatever. But you guys are going to understand that this karmic here, they were in a limiting perspective. This karmic has been lying. This karmic has been lying. They've been dealing with a lot of abuse. This karmic has a mental illness. This karmic has a mental illness. They're very jealous and they're a liar. And this karmic is in a very abusive relationship. Okay? Their connection is strong though. This connection, even though it's abusive, it's strong. And it's only abusive because this person is an abuser. Okay? So this karmic here, they might be trying to make it seem like you're not grounded. This karmic, they're trying to make it seem, or they were trying to make it seem like you were crazy, okay? Like you were not steady, like you were not valuable. This karmic was trying to devalue you. They were trying to make it seem like you had a mental illness. And this karmic here, this fucking karmic right here. I'm about to close this out, you guys. This was the karmic who was slandering, spreading slander on your name, and thwarting you from expanding, okay? This was the karmic blocking your expansion. They were blocking it, okay? And it's because for a lot of you guys, you couldn't understand something about it. But for a lot of you guys, this is what happened to this karmic. This karmic had a very terrible end. They got some devastating news, okay? And they concluded a tough cycle in their life. They had, it's often the people that take advantage of people in a way that seems so easy to do. They have the most devastating things that they love the most, and they're nearest and dearest to their heart they get toyed with, or they get taken away. For some of you guys, this person, they lost something unspeakable. Let's just move on. Now, this karmic here, they're healing, and they're reconnecting with their inner child and their inner truth. They're also having a new beginning in love, a self-love and confidence, but a new beginning in love, and also in creativity and in confidence, okay? They're getting the upper ground and getting their confidence back, getting a victory. They're getting attention as well, and they're manifesting everything that they really want. And this karmic here is healing their feelings. So there's a karmic that, I'm seeing a karmic who might be recovering from, I might be looking at a recovering karmic here on this table, you guys. A karmic who healed her abandonment wounds. Okay? But this karmic here, she let something come between her and God. That's what happened to her. She let somebody or something come between her and God and her faith. Okay? And that's what happens. That's when you become a shiesty individual like that. These karmics are having to tell the truth about things that they lied about or about things that they never really thought about. Oh, these are such childish individuals. It's only annoying when they grab up things that really matter to you, you know? So that's when it gets annoying. But hopefully it's like they just don't see it, so they don't come for it. These karmics are annoying. Mhm. These karmics are battling with making a decision in their life and about their life. They don't know what they want to do for their finances. They don't know what they want. And that's what they're realizing. That's what they're realizing. They just don't know what they want. And now something can fall, which is something that they've been working on, something that they were creating a fake personality for. They don't have to keep doing it anymore because they're realizing that in reality, what they're running from is not deciding what they really want. Okay? And the fear of being in a situation where you don't know what you really want. How fear inducing it is. Okay? With these karmics, they're just realizing that something has no future. They're feeling that way or they're realizing it. They're realizing that something has no future. Okay. Mm. All right. These karmics are losing trust and faith in the unknown. They don't have faith. They're these karmics, money is scary for them. They're scared of not having money. And they feel like something that they really want is not really coming to fruition. They feel like something that they have, that they've had for a long time, they're going to have to give up and they don't want to give it up. These karmics are like very strange and like there is a little bit of racism here, but it's also like people dealing with, because some of these karmics that, especially the ones that have lost their homes, they're so elitist and above everybody else that it's like when you go through a situation that makes you feel small and like you have to beg and ask and it kind of humbles you down a little bit. They don't know how to go through these things. But these are the people that if you showed up at their house and you weren't wearing straight up designer, and looking like a celebrity, or you didn't look like them, you know, they would be looking at you so crazy up until the minute they sold that house, or up until the minute it became public that they had to sell the house because they thought that they were special, you know? And then now they're realizing that it was the house that made them special, okay? It was what they had. They were allowing that to define them, and they were shutting out people who might have been good connections because of that. And now they're having to have a fresh start, and they're dealing with something that's an embarrassment to them because of the judgment that they inflicted on themselves and others. So it's an embarrassment to them. And it's like actually, it's actually a good thing. Because these karmics, if they could have prostituted themselves all across America to make this money to keep this house, they would have. They could have sold 1 million children to keep this house. They would have done that. They couldn't do that. These karmics are disgusting individuals. And it's like, I feel like for the worst of them, you know, they're dying, obviously. And the worst of them are not going to be able to harm others, okay? They're going to get gotten up before they can. All right? They're not able to, their plans are not succeeding. And for a lot of them, their plans are not very good. They might have plans to, you know, some illicit plans, underground plans. These people might be into sex trafficking, and it's coming out that they're into child sex trafficking, okay? They might be having people who are like connects for them, backing out and not wanting anything to do with them, okay? People who are helping them to traffic children are no longer wanting to help them do this because, you know, maybe they're dealing with loss, or, you know, they're afraid, or these people are trying to save themselves. But their plans, their financial plans are not working out. They have underground plans, so they wanted to pick somebody up, okay? They might have wanted to pick you up. They wanted to pick up a divine feminine. I keep on seeing that. Possibly a young air sign. They had plans to pick you up, is what I'm hearing, and to sell you. But those plans did not work out. They didn't. And that was the reason why you had those worries. And so what's happening to them as a result of this? These people, oh my God. When I say that these people are meeting the wrath of God for planning on selling you into something that you had no business in, these people are so overwhelmed with burdens and nonsense. These people are so fucking paranoid. The things that they're the most paranoid about are coming true. These are the strippers that double as prostitutes that are going in to meet their Johns and are getting their ass kicked by their Johns. These are the girls who have sex in bathroom stalls who are finally sitting on that penis that has HIV/AIDS in it, right? These are those girls, man. These are these trashy karmic feminines that their family might have a lot of money, but they, you know, they got to work hard for their money. You know what I'm saying? And that's the secret. That's what it is for them. They do a lot of secretive stuff for money. Some of them were trying to, you know, marry somebody for money. Some of these karmics here, they had plans to, like, evil plans to marry someone, right? Who had a lot of money, or who had a lot of skills. Somebody who was very famous, luxurious, somebody who was an heiress or something like that. They wanted to marry this person. You know, but I feel like for a lot of them, that person dealt with them the way that they deserved. They got justice. And they were also kept away from whatever this was. They were not able to penetrate this person's comfort zone, okay? So these karmics, they're having negative plans. They're making toxic plans because they're stuck and they're refusing to let go of a limiting belief system. They're refusing to let go of something that's not working for them anymore. Okay, and what it is being two-faced. They're just going to need to drop. A lot of these karmics, their plans to save their home. Some of them have been having plans to start a business. It's not working, right? They're not having success. It's being thwarted in every way. And these karmics here, right? They're surrendering to the fact that their plans are not in alignment with spirit. And obviously, they're very ungrounded. And that's why they keep on being intercepted. Okay, these karmics are also dealing with heavy amounts of anxiety because of the things that they're deciding to do. They're acting like their fathers. They're wanting to work in the same job that their father does, which is illegal things, but then they don't want to look like their dad. That's why their dad looks like that, because he does sketchy things for money. Okay? A lot of these karmics here, I want to throw up. I don't even want to think about this. It's disgusting. A lot of these karmics here, their wells, their old wells for money have dried up. Let's just put it that way. The way that they used to get money before, they can't get money that way no more. All right? That's been closed. The shop has been closed. All right, you guys. Much love. I'm going to let you guys go now, and I'm going to rename it. I might actually rename it now and then let you guys go because I want to turn in for the day. Ooh, this karmic love reading for today. This was different. This was like, like when you don't want to deal with certain things. This is what these karmics are dealing with. They're dealing with things that you don't want to deal with. They're grounded people who just value their peace of mind and who are thankful for every day and every moment in their life. They don't deal with. These karmics these are people who are mentally ill. Okay? They're mentally ill. A lot of them were trying to project their mental illness onto you. Oh, no problem, Erin. Bye, dear. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. Thanks for your likes and shares and subscriptions. Ooh, this is a good one. Bye, guys. Can't wait to watch the replay. Talk soon.